Today we're going to be making wallpaper paste. I got sticker shock the other day when I went to buy potato starch from Sweden. It was about $15 for a bag the size that you see in front of you. This is good old American potato starch, Bob's Red Mill, unmodified, all natural. So the way that we're going to have to do it, since it's unmodified, is we're going to have to modify it. And if you pour one of those out, it comes out to about 1 quart of powder. I've been fooling around with ratios, and I found that the best ratio to make a nice thick paste is 10-1. So I prepared a pot of water, which is over here, and we're going to be fixing the camera. Now the deal with this is you have to pour it in and bring the heat up slowly. Turn the pot on. This is going to take a long time with this pot of water. But the good thing is that it doesn't clump. It goes in very nicely and kind of breaks up so that you don't get lumps. So we'll stir it up. Now, why do you use this paste? This is not for everything. In fact, it's for wallpapers that are made of paper, what paper hangers call paper, which means that they're just pulp. And pulp paper has a tendency to stain using the commercially available pre-mixed adhesives on the market. They put all sorts of stuff in there that's preservatives and glycerine and glycol and all sorts of other things that are good for manufacturing processes but are not good for paper hangers because you don't need all that other stuff in there. In fact, you want to keep it out of there because it will stain. So potato starch, well, potatoes have no oil. A lot of different products, natural products, have oil in them. Like corn has corn oil, wheat has wheat germ oil, but there's no such thing as potato oil. And so we're going to keep stirring this. Now it's all nicely broken up into a milky, homogenized liquid. And the thing is, you have to keep stirring it while you're making it. And, I figured about 20-25 minutes to get this to a temperature where the starch starts to congeal. You don't want to let this boil. Alright, so we'll be back. Okay, it's about 15 minutes later, and the kettle here is on full flame. I'm using a gas stove. And after that amount of time, you can start to feel it at the bottom of the pan give you some resistance. Now, in the past 15 minutes or so, I really didn't have to stir it that much. I mean, I could just stir it up a little bit, walk away 5 minutes later. It's all a powder. It has no sticky quality to it. But once it gets up to, I can still sort of stick my finger, so maybe it's about 140, 150. It starts to congeal. As I say, you don't want to bring it to a boil, and you want to have the stick in here, or the spatula, to feel for when it starts to get to the consistency of a really nice paste. I'd say 3 more minutes have elapsed. And it's really thickening up beautifully. Here's a spoon. Very nice. And now for me to really stir it, you can feel that it's kicking back. So it's thickened up nice. It's almost time to take it off the heat. And when you take it off the heat and let it stand, it thickens up a little bit more, so I think it's time. You can write your name on the surface with the drip, and that's perfect. All right, take it off the flame. Okay, 5 minutes after I took it off the flame, look, the spatula stands up by itself in there. Nice thick paste. It's still hot. I'm going to let it cool for maybe an hour or two, and it'll set up some more. And look, there's no, I mean, it's beautifully smooth. There's no lumps. There's a lump, but that came off the, I think I scraped a little off the bottom of the pan. Very nice. It's a couple of days later, and I'm sure you're wondering, how does this paste actually perform? I put it on some paper form or paper weave with a pulp paper backing stuff. So it's all paper, no vinyl. Left a little corner to give it a yank. And let's see how it holds. Oh, the board is primed with a mixture of Guards and Sherwin-Williams white universal primer B28W980, and the paste is all Bob's Red Mill. Let's give it a yank. All right, you can see it's stuck. Just as good as the other stuff, I think. The $15 a box, as opposed to this Bob's Red Mill potato starch. I paid $3.80 for that bag, and I'm sure if you bought it by the case, you could get a better deal. That's all for today. Thanks.